5 fights, 9 house robots, dozens of weapons, hundreds of thrills, 1 big countdown!
Activate.
Let the wars begin!
Our last heat featuring the great Firestorm. Can they make the series semi-finals?
We'll go for the house robots, why not?
Also coming up, the featherweight final.
Absolutely petrified they are. Look at them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Welcome to Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. And tonight sees the return of one of my favourite robots. Are there any Firestorm fans in tonight? Because if any robot deserves to win this championship, it's Firestorm, who after years of nearly getting there, still haven't got their hands on the title. Well, have they come back with what it takes? There's only one way to find out. Let the wars begin!
In our first fight, Firestorm will be the one to watch as 5 robots take the place of 4. How? You'll have to wait and see. Then Zorro tries to make its mark with Aggrobot. Also in there, Reptirron the second, not forgetting Ripper's Flipper.
From Ballater in Scotland, Daisy Cutter.
Newcomers to the war zone hoping to slice in a trice, which is nice.
All right, you three, tell me a little bit about your robot.
Well, it's a tractor wheel and it spins pretty damn fast, and hopefully it's pretty dangerous. We've got some nice weaponry here.
Some nice weaponry on the side. So it's an actual tractor wheel.
Half tractor wheel.
Half tractor wheel that you've designed into a killer machine into that auditorium.
Yep.
Is this your first time in the wars?
It certainly is.
Are you nervous? Absolutely petrified they are. Look at them.
Stainless steel weaponry spinning at 1200 RPM, very compact, manoeuvrable, fast, very damaging. No Sremek though.
From Langley Moor in County Durham and number 2C, Firestorm 5.
Has twice finished 3rd in the series.
How are you feeling? You are the 2nd seed. Do you reckon you're going to take this one easily?
We'll have to try. It is nerve-wracking in the first fight, but give it a go.
Now, have you made any modifications to the machine since we've seen you last?
We totally rebuilt the shell, and we've done a little bit of work on the inside on the plumbing and maybe get the arm a bit faster. But other than that, it's basically the same machines we had last year.
So a 2-wheel driven wedge-shaped flipper, fast and manoeuvrable again, needs a bit of traction to push, but will be no pushover for anything, I can tell you.
From Haarlem in Holland, Bamm,
a grand finalist in Dutch Robot Wars.
Got more Europeans in the competition, Ray! Now, what does your machine do?
Well, it has a very big axe that can hit very hard. And the main thing we have is that we can rotate the axe. So if you get stuck somewhere, we can still rotate and hit the opponent.
They claim that's the most powerful axe ever in Robot Wars history, mounted on a rotatable turret, designed around a cartoon character. Very slow though, and will wham slam Bamm Bamm, I can tell you.
From Fish Ponds in Bristol, Black and Blue.
A new robot and a clusterbot too, that means double trouble.
Describe what the clusterbot does.
Okay, so clusterbot goes in as one robot. They're mechanically coupled at the back. And then when we decide to, we can split apart and got double the trouble. And these are spinny weapons here, 20 kilograms, so they should do a lot of damage.
Now, what happens if one of your clusterbots goes down?
Unfortunately, the rules say that if 50% of the cluster's gone, we're completely out.
120 kilo, 6,000 RPM rotating drum in each cluster robot, dual attach capability. Easy to push around though, and when one hopper's gone, as he says, the whole lot's gone.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Black and blue with Stan and Jason Launchbury on the left, Bamm on the right, Eric and Ryan. Daisy Cutter there on the left-hand side, Graham Adams, captains, and Firestorm, Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop on the right-hand side. Old favourites, of course. There's Mr. Psycho in the arena, and Sergeant Bash too, representing the House Robots.
3, 2, 1.
What's special, you may say, about our number 2 seeds? It is brilliantly driven. It is formidable, it is durable, it is taking on the House Robots immediately, black and blue. Jason and Stan have actually fought before in Robot Wars with Mousetrap, you may remember. They've overturned Bamm's challenge straight away here, edging black and blue, one of the Clusterbots onto the Dutch machine, following through with the flipper, and Bamm on its side, toppled. Can they self-right, I wonder? There's the little black and blue Clusterbot. Look, it looks a minnow, doesn't it? Altogether, black and blue weighs 99 kilos. Altogether, though. Don't forget that. There they are. 2 little uns against the spinning machine that is Daisy Cutter. Now, that looks a good machine. Bamm hasn't been able to self-right with what looks like a sort of dentist drill axe, doesn't it? Rather spindly, I feel. And they're on the pitch already. So that's what happens when the release was activated. Bye-bye, Bamm. Team Mousetrap, you just saw there, the back of the black and blue brothers, so to speak. Stan is actually Jason's dad, I believe. Daisy Cutter spinning away. Some debris showers onto the top of Firestorm 5, keeping out of damage way. And then levering black and blue towards the precipice. One goes, both go, all together, over and out. Black and blue.
Well, Firestorm burning up the war zone. They go through along with Daisy Cutter. Join me after the break for more furious fighting funsters on Robot Wars. Welcome back to Robot Wars. We're revving up for the second fight of the night. 4 new robots. Only 2 can survive. Bring on the brave.
From Drybrook in Gloucestershire, Reptirron II
has fought in 2 previous wars without any real success.
What does Reptirron II do?
It's got a big lifter on the front, hopefully get them over the fence, and we've got a disc on the back to break them if they don't go over the fence.
Tactics?
Yes.
You've got some good. What are they?
Go after the spinner first, I think. That's going to be the most dangerous one, so get that one out of the way and then start on the others, I think.
A 4-wheel drive aluminium monocoque with polycarbonate and steel armour, multiple weapons, a lifter and a 4,000 RPM spinning disc, but previously unreliable.
From Newcastle in Staffordshire, Ripper.
The team fought in the 5th Wars with T-Bone, which lost in round 1 of its heat.
Rip by the flipper. How good is he?
He's brilliant. Brilliant.
What is he powered by?
Powered by 2 Bosch 750 motors, same as everybody else, but we've got this gigantic flipper on the front. So he's running at low pressure, 2 rams, whereas everyone else uses 1, so hoping to get all the robots out of the arena.
All of the robots? You're going to try for a house robot as well?
If we've got all the competitors out, we'll go for the house robots, why not?
A low-pressure flipper, but with other weapons, an axe and a disc interchangeable, a unique shape with a clear top cover to show the components inside. That's sensible. Hang on, is it? No, it's not. It's not.
From Dorking in Surrey, Aggrobot.
Fighting in its 4th Wars, has never won a heat, though.
You've had 3 more before this?
We have, yes.
What modifications have you made to this particular Aggrobot?
Everything. We've got parts from the last Aggrobot, but basically every Aggrobot has been completely different. So this one is just more powerful, we hope harder, and a lot more fierce.
And what is that you've got your hand on, young man?
That is a pincer, which produces about 17 tons of pressure in the jaws.
What was that? A pointed wedge able to work inverted wheels on the top and bottom, horizontal and vertical cutters. It looks grisly. The machine.
From West Cranmore in Somerset, Zorro.
A new machine from the Ming Dynasty team. Let's hope they're luckier with this one.
So it's a tri-blade spinner. It's a 4-wheel drive skid steer. New robot. Haven't really tested it properly yet, so it'll be interesting.
You haven't tested in any battles, but...
Well, we have. We did the trials the other day, and we did Muller 2 robots, didn't we? But we just don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen, so, you know, fingers crossed, really.
Ah, senor. A 3-pronged, 500-watt driven spinning cleaver. Can self-right, stable, fast, destructive, but uses power quickly. Zorro could suffer sorrow, I fear.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Ripper on the left, John Finlay at the controls, Reptirron the second, Gordon Townley in there at the controls. On the left, Zorro, Andrew Cottrell and his family, and Aggrobot as well. The Leech boys, there's Mr. Psycho, and there's Sergeant Bash too. Great colour and character in this battle. Who will survive? Ripper makes progress. Zorro looks distinctive. Aggrobot backs away with the new weaponry. Oh, goodness me! That's a slam from Zorro's 3-pronged spinning cleaver. I wonder if Aggrobot will recover from that. Zorro is overturned now by Ripper. Can they self-right? Aggrobot is back in the action, but it could be all over for Zorro. Big Ripper flips Aggrobot. This is tremendous stuff. This is one of the best battles of the series so far. Aggrobot momentarily was wedged on the floor flipper. There's Ripper. There's the ref bot, trying to make some sense out of it. I can't. Zorro's on its side, heading out. There's Ripper looking powerful again. What on earth is Reptirron the second doing? Dancing over the flame, but Aggrobot gets a flip once more. Ripper using CO2 by the second, as the seconds are counted down and out on Zorro. And Andrew and Alex Cottrell and Fox Abrahams are beaten and hammered by Mr. Psycho. Great costumery, great fun, but they're out. There's Gordon Townley of Reptirron the second, piggybacking up on Aggrobot in the distance. As the impressive-looking Ripper stands sentinel. Peter and Bob Leach. Great fun as well in the Aggrobot team, with the studs and the chains and the gear. And there's their Aggrobot machine trying to get away from Ripper. Whoa! There goes Mr. Psycho, the ref bot backing away, and why not? You would, wouldn't you? Sergeant Bash in there as well. They want the pit to be activated. They just generally want mechanical mayhem. And Zorro's getting that from Mr. Psycho. Sets him up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rather dratted of him to get away from the hammer. Go on, Psycho, give chase. You won't win it. Ripper turning away. You can hear the alarm. That means the pit has been activated. Aggrobot away to the left. There we can see Gordon again, an engineer by trade at the controls of Reptirron. Zorro's out of it, don't forget, counted out. The Ripper expending energy on that. If it goes to a judge's decision, that may count against Ripper, although I think they've done enough anyway to go through. It's between Reptirron and Aggrobot for me, the second place. Zorro is twisted in the air. It will go to a judge's decision, it looks like. The time will beat the remaining 3 competitors to see which 2 go through. We know it will not be Zorro.
Just because you've got a hat doesn't mean you're going to get ahead. No tomorrow for Zorro. The rest are going to go to the judges who'll be looking at style, control, damage and aggression. While they're making up their minds, let's relive the highlights of that fantastic battle.
Oh, it was tremendous, Craig. Right from the start, action thick and fast. Aggrobot taking a blow there from Reptirron the second. Maybe just notching up a few points, but for me, Ripper was the more adventurous and aggressive. I think you'll agree. So it's between the other 2 who go through with Ripper.
Well, the judges have made their decision. They've gone for Ripper and Reptirron the second!
Confirmation then that Ripper and Reptirron the second go through. Aggrobot and Zorro out. This is how they'll line up in round 2 of Heat B, our last heat. Reptirron the second against Firestorm 5. Daisy Cutter against Ripper. Looks good.